Alright, hello everyone, it's Silver Kyle here, and I would just like to take a moment here and talk about how happy I am about Microsoft finally listening to fans and giving in to our demands. That is a huge thing for a company like Microsoft, as big as Microsoft, to have a certain policy about games, about always being on every 24 hours having to go online and not really having the used game, so the DRM thing. And then saying, you know what, there was such a big outcry against this that we are going to completely change that, and you no longer have to be online every 24 hours, and that there's no DRM anymore. Use games, if you have a game and you want to lend it to your friend, go right ahead. If you want to trade it to your friend, go right ahead. It is not going to cost them a fee anymore. That is just, congratulations, Microsoft. I would tip my hat to you if I had a hat. It's just, wow, that is not what I expected. They did not drop the price of the console, and that's fine. Honestly, 500 bucks, it is a little bit expensive, but we can deal with that. If you can't afford it right at the beginning, wait a year. Wait until there's a deal. Prices of consoles go down. It's not like the thing that they've changed were things that we were worried about, because in 10 years from now, like let's say I have a crap load of Xbox 360 games. At the top there, that's all Xbox 360. What would I do if the Xbox 360 would have, let's pretend that was all Xbox One games and they would have kept what they were doing beforehand. What would I have done when, 10 years from now, 10, 15 years from now, when those servers are no longer there to support these games? I couldn't play the games. What would be the point in keeping all of those games? I know that not a lot of people do that. Not everybody does this. Sometimes there's some gamers that are out there that just play a game, have the experience for however long that they're playing the game, for a few months, and then they go on to the next one. And they never go back to that game. They trade it in. That's fine. This would have made it a little bit harder to do that, even then, because then you'd have the used game, and that I don't even know how much you would have gotten in return, like $5 type of thing for the game instead of $30 sometimes. So you would have been screwed there as well if you were one of those people. But now we don't have to worry about that. I can continue playing all my old games in 10 to 15 years from now. As a collector, we want to preserve these games. It's kind of like an art form. And the only way that you can do that is to be able to have these games and go play them again. And with the Xbox One, with what they were doing, it didn't look like you were going to be able to do that. But they've completely gone away with that, and I'm just so happy with this. And I think that the point here that we have to take from this is that when we work as a cohesive unit, as a collective, and really show what we're going to do and how we're going to support things, and if a company does something that we're really against, and we all get together and show that we are not going to buy their products, or we really want them to do a certain thing, if we work together and do that, we can accomplish it. I think that the inception of this was all with Operation Rainfall, when we wanted Xenoblade Chronicles: The Last Story in Pandora's Tower to come over to the West to show Nintendo that we wanted to support these games, that we wanted to play them, and they listened. And I think that after that, it's just kind of been steamrolling a little bit, slowly getting more and more. For example, another one is Microsoft. Before changing this, they had actually listened to the fans, because we had one of the biggest complaints about the Xbox 360 in the last few years is that it's Halo, Gears of War, and Forza. No other exclusives, just those 3 series. And now they're like, okay, well fine, we're going to make new IPs, and we are going to, Dead Rising 3. We are going to allow Rare to go back and play and make real video games like Killer Instinct instead of the Kinect crap that they were making. And then they made new IPs like Titanfall, which looks amazing. Rise. So there's a lot of things where they're like, okay, fans are upset. They want more games. We're going to give them more games. They want Rare to make real video games. We're going to allow Rare to make real video games. They want Killer Instinct. We'll allow Rare to bring back Killer Instinct. It's just work together. Work together. And it really makes me feel safer about the future of video gaming, because places like YouTube and sites like IGN, as long as there's something like that kind of medium out there, and this is only going to get bigger. YouTube is only going to get bigger. It's either going to be something else that replaces YouTube, which I really don't see happening, but it could happen, or YouTube is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And as that happens, we're gonna have more people voicing our opinions, more people commenting, more people liking these videos. Like, whether it be commenting on IGN that you're really against this, or liking Alpha Omega Sin's video, and then even the little guys like myself talking about this, it just really shows that shows companies what we're thinking, and it gives them an idea. Okay, this is a bad idea. We're not going to go with this, or maybe we really did good here on this thing. We really did a good job with this. We're getting a lot of positive feedback here. Let's continue doing this, going this route. So I'm just really happy with Microsoft. Main things are you do still have to have the activation key at the beginning, which is kind of a downer, but it's a lot better than what they were going with. And it's nice to know that I'm going to be able to buy an Xbox One game and still play it 20 years down the line if I wanted to. And what else was there? The price, still $500, whatever. If you can't afford it, fine. Wait a while or go the PS4 route. It's $100 cheaper. Go with that. That is fine. That's not a major concern to me. For myself, I would love to have the Xbox One and PS4 on launch days. Not gonna happen. I can only afford one, and I'll go from there and pick one of them, and I'll pick up the other one down the line when there's a sale or something like that. So anyway, you've been Bearded In. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this, and I'll talk to you all next time. Beardage!